What's up, everybody? I kind of wanted to show y'all something real quick. This just popped up in my head while I was out here just kind of looking around. So these are sugar snap peas. So I grew them. I didn't plant many in this one. And can y'all tell that although it's growing, they're not nearly as tall. And these actually get the most sunlight. These two beds get the most sunlight out of all my sugar snaps. Just because of where they are and how the sun is in the wintertime, they get the most sun. You can see this one has some flowers on it. But you see how I planted more? And you see how they're taller? Because they're almost reaching this second rung here. These are just now reaching the first. So what I wanted to say about this, well, let me show you more before I get to talking. Y'all hear the kids playing? It's like 50-something degrees, but it's sunshiny. So they having a blast up there. Anyway, this isn't sugar snaps. This is radishes. Can y'all tell that I harvested radishes? I can barely tell. And y'all can see the kale here is getting a little taller too. It's starting to stick up above everything. I did harvest some scarlet kale out of here, and it was delicious. I had it last night. It tasted very similar to collard greens, however, cooks much faster. So let me show you this. You'll see this here. I didn't plant the peas real thick. You see how short they are? You see that? Same thing in this. Now this bed I planted a little thicker. And you see how they've had a chance to grab onto each other and kind of climb? Now, I'm going to show you where I planted them the thickest. Y'all see that? Y'all see how thick this planting is? Now, these over here got shaded out. These were planted just as thick, and some of them actually have grown over there and are starting to head up. Because if you look at all these stems, they're headed that direction and up. But they kind of got shaded out because if you notice, the sun comes from this way. But look at how tall and how pretty. Same thing with this one. Sun shaded out this side. These are growing this way, but, you know, they kind of got shaded out and got a little, you know, they're not getting the kind of sun they want. But look at how nice and tall and how many flowers. You see all the flowers? So those are doing pretty good. These I didn't sow that thickly. You can kind of see they're doing okay, but these have been in the longest. Those have been in the longest. Yeah, this is tall, but I didn't plant it that thick. That's really the only one that's that tall like that. Y'all bear with me. I got a lot of sugar snaps planted. See how thickly I planted these? These were some of the last ones that I planted. But they are just as tall. They're actually taller. They're reaching the third rung there. You see this one's reaching the third rung. Climbing. These here are actually taller than you think they are. They're just laying over, and I'm gonna attach them to these poles. I'm gonna have to, they grab on the small stuff like that better, and they actually grab on the netting better. So if you could drape the stuff with like netting or something of that nature, it would be better. The tendrils grab on better like that. They really don't like to grab stuff like this. They don't twirl up like peas, and I knew that. Here again, I planted these pretty thick. They're not doing quite as well. They're not grabbing on the stuff as well, as much. I think I'm gonna try to train those up as well, and try to, cause see, these are actually really long. They're actually really long. They're just all tangled together, and I'm gonna try to get them to stand up. But my point is this, y'all. If you want your sugar snap peas to grow the best, do not follow the back of the packet. Felix almost got that cardinal. a cardinal flew by and Felix was laying down and he saw it and he got up and he was about to like snag it out of the air. But anyway, if you want your sugar snap peas to grow the best they can, plant them super dense. Like plant them almost so dense that you're like, there's no way these are gonna grow. Y'all saw how I planted them. For instance, let me show you the last bed that I just seeded with the last of my night sugar snap peas. This is the last bed. So these are still super short, and you get the idea of how close I planted them. Right here, that's 3 different plants. Just right there. That's 2 plants. That's 2 plants. That's 2, and God knows how many that is. But you can see how close I planted them. That's 2 plants. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That little cluster is 6. So you see how close I planted them. Y'all plant them close. Because I've done this before where I spread them out and I thought they were going to be such vigorous plants that they might take over something. It looks like they only take over when they have friends. Like if they don't have friends like that and like that, you're not going to get, looks like the lush planting that you want. So when you buy sugar snap peas, I would advise you buy, if you're not going to buy a big packet with a lot of seeds in it, buy 2 or 3 packs. And if you got a nice little space, plant them all in there and plant them pretty close. I think I planted my seeds, I know I planted them, they were 1/2 inch apart, but anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch apart. That's how far apart I planted them. And that seems to have actually worked out for me. But I'm going to try to get these like wrangled and tied up here, because like I said, they're much taller than they look. They just have all wrapped around each other, and so that's what's happened with that. But yeah, and like I said, and these would even work even better if I had some netting draped over them, because they'll grab the netting like real easy. They're kind of like cucumbers. Like if it's something for the little tendrils to grab, they'll grab it. So I just wanted to show that to you and share that with you. I harvested some leaves off of here to go with my kale. But y'all see my little sprouting. This is actually like sprouting broccoli. That's why there's more than one floret. There's another one coming in right in there. Kind of hard to see. The light's kind of not so hot. Yeah, can't see it. The light's terrible. But here's another one in here. Right in there. So it's got about 4 or 5 little florets. But I'm going to harvest the florets and harvest the leaves. That'll probably, and I'll just keep letting it grow. I planted that last spring. It's still here. So I'll just let it grow. And if you're wondering the leaves on that, I actually like the leaves on broccoli and cauliflower and other brassicas. I like those leaves better than collards. They taste like collards, but they cook a little faster in my opinion. But collards are still great. And I can see I plucked my collard plant just about naked. I was out here. I had a harvesting frenzy. Let me see if this pea is ready. Let's see, where is it? I hope nothing ate it. Ah, there it is. Looking me right in the face. So these are the 2 peas that I have that are these are the 2 peas that I have that are the furthest along. That one could stand to get a little fatter. But my peas are reliably putting on flowers. These have the most flowers. Like I said, growing with friends. So, yeah. That's a wrap. Oh, let me show you this. Nebula carrots. I've never had carrot tops be this, you know. I've always struggled with carrots, honestly. I forget what brassicas these are. There are radishes in here. There's some beets in here. It's kind of a lot of stuff in here. This onion here is the little bottom root part that I cut off. and I saved for seed. But keep in mind with your onions, you can always harvest the leaves as well. And I actually, by accident, planted this onion at the right time. Now this was something else. Onion or garlic, I can't remember. But you can see how good that onion is doing. And really, that's a Vidalia onion bottom. So hopefully I get some seeds from it. Show y'all. This is the violet kohlrabi. You can see how beautiful I have been thinning it. I need to thin it more. For instance, that one can come out. This little bitty one can come out. Because, I mean, that's too close, that's too close, that's too close. This is too little. Because you have to keep in mind, kohlrabi needs a little room at the roots. So I just come out here and I kind of selectively thin as I go. But it's got a few of them that just, they're right on top of each other, and they just seem to be really growing okay in here. They seem to like it. This is a little bit of pak choi over here. I can tell you right now that's starting to bolt, which is fine. So is that one. That one's starting to bolt too. I did not harvest off of this pak choi. It's fine. This is the regular white kohlrabi. And I got some garlic in a place in there. I kind of plant garlic and onions randomly through my beds. It's because it helps with pests. They don't really like let me see if the ants, they might be gone. I don't see them coming out. Lies. Look at there. Alright, y'all gonna get some baking soda. Y'all can get several things. But it's all good. This pak choi is starting to get some true leaves on it, which is good. But I'm going to get out of here. These are fire ants. And I'm allergic. And Suzette gave me a tip. Baking soda and water. Which cornmeal works good too. I've never used the baking soda and water, so I'm interested to try it. It won't be anything lost. If these particular ants prove to be stronger than the baking soda, it's no problem. I will put cornmeal on them, and that will most definitely kill them. If anybody doesn't know, cornmeal, they eat the cornmeal, it gets in their stomach. It's just like, you know, when you cook with cornmeal, it expands, just like grits expand. Yeah, when they eat it, it expands inside them and bursts them open. So they die a horrible death. So anybody that knows me knows I don't really like bugs, especially ants, because I'm allergic. So the idea of exploding a bunch of bugs brings me great joy. And they will carry that cornmeal down to the queen, and she will eat it, and she will explode as well. So anybody that's looking to get rid of ants and you don't want to use poison in your vegetable beds, because diatomaceous earth does work, but sometimes they kind of bounce back. It slowed these down because this mound is nowhere as big as it was. It slowed them down a little bit, but they're not gone, and I need them gone. They have taken up residence too long. So yeah, I'm gonna try Suzette's thing, and if that works, that'll be another little thing I can add to my arsenal. And I'll show you guys on camera and I'll show you what happens when I pour it, and then I will come back and show you if they are indeed gone afterwards. And if not, I'll show you the cornmeal, and we'll show you how that works. And yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll have a little ant killing bonanza. So y'all look forward. I still got more stuff coming. My bed over there don't look like much. It just looks like a pile of nothing really, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. But yeah, so I still got content coming. Y'all look at this, the weirdest thing. It's really not weird. These strawberries do what they want to do, honestly. Making strawberries in the middle of winter. This was the first one that came on. But this one was weird. It didn't have any of the, see the yellow pollen thingies? That one didn't have any of those. And this pollen actually... Felix! I mean, just scream all in the video. But anyway, it didn't have any of the little pollen things to pollinate. So I don't know if that's going to make a berry or not. Y'all, this is how I know. It's time to go. Felix is clearly not having it. All right, y'all. Till next time. I will see you guys later.